Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and today I'm going to be making two cards. I'm going to be using this new stamp set by Hero Arts. It's called Celebrate, and it is a great stamp set. You can use it for various occasions, birthdays, grad, whatever you're celebrating. And I'm going to be doing a little slider on the inside, and I think it's absolutely adorable. It goes like this. This is from Dawn's Stamping Thoughts. And I've made this before, but it's new to here. And I just think it's a great little stamp. And then, so I've cut it down. It's this big. So I've cut it down to half the size. But here it is full size. So I'll make that card as well. So stay with me and I will show you how to make these. All right. Got a few things to cut here. All right, so the card itself is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but it is a portrait. Hi, Darlene. It's a portrait, or sorry, it's a landscape, and the fold is on the left side, which is an unusual. Um, I don't usually make cards this way, but this is the way I'm doing it for this particular one. Okay. And then you're going to cut, get all my stuff here. You're going to cut a piece of white cardstock that's 4 1/2 by 4. And with the long side across the top, you're going to score at 1 and 3 1/2. And I did do a handout for this. For you with some diagrams down here to make it easier for you. Okay. All right. And then you're also going to cut a piece that is 3 by 1 and 1/16. And I'll show you later why we need that 1/16. And then you're going to score it at 7/8 and 2. So that's 1 and 1/16. So that's just one little nick over from the 1. All right. And then you're going to cut a white strip that is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4, or it can be 5 1/2. What did I put in my instructions here? 5. So it's by 5. So that's 3/4 by 5. And there should be one more. Oh, and then this piece. This piece is 1 3/4 by 4. Okay. And then, now this, this is what it looks like when it is stamped and colored. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the sentiments on it right now. Okay, so this one is going to say celebrate. And I'll just do both. Of course, I had to get ink on me. There we go. So I'm just going to stamp that on there. Okay, so we'll leave that one. And then this one, I cut it in half. So this is a 3 by 4. So I'm going to put my Celebrate down here. And I can put the Let's. There we go. So I was at the cottage this morning and I dropped off some Easter cookies. So if you're shopping there, you will be getting a cookie. I'll just do that again. So I made some carrots and bunnies for you to enjoy. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, so we've got that done. And we will have one more to stamp, but I'll do that as I go along. Okay, let's put the card together. So we can do the front here. So I've got a 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, my cookies aren't the greatest because my fingers aren't, fingertips go numb. But I did the best I could. And then I cut a piece that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then that will accommodate this little piece here with just a tiny little border. And there's the front of the card. And I will add some little jewels after. So now let's work on the mechanism. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece. This was the 4 1/2 by 4. And I'm going to do mountain folds on those score lines. All right. And then I'm going to take this and I am going to put adhesive on here. Just on the one on the left side. And I'm going to put this up against that score line, okay? So it's just up against that score line, and I'm going to close my card so it attaches. So now it looks like this. All right. So here's my picture, and I have this part attached, and now this looks like that. Okay? So now I'm going to make a little pocket. So I'm taking this one. This is the one that was 1 1/16, doing mountain folds on it. And I'm just going to put some adhesive here to make a pocket. Okay, so it looks like this. There's my little pocket. So now I'm going to attach that pocket. I'm going to put some adhesive on here. And I'm going to put it in the center of this section here. Okay, so the openings are on the side. They're not on the top and bottom. They're on the sides. All right. And then that is going to fold under. All right. Now I've cut a piece, a mat that's 1 inch. And this is why this is going to be 1 1/16 so that this can slide in here. So now I am going to put on this strip, which is 3/4 by 5. All right. So now it looks like that. All right, so here's my little pocket. I'm folding this under, and this is going to slide in here like this. Okay, just like that. So I'm going to attach this part here. Over to the right, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp. I've got hooray here. So I'm going to put that right there. And we'll give that a stamp. I'll turn it this way. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that there. There we go. So this could be birthday or grad or whatever. So you can see what's going to happen here. It closes up and then it opens. All right. Now I'm going to take this piece. This was 1 3/4 by 4, and I'm going to put it right here. Now the reason I'm just using white here is I didn't think the paper was strong enough. So we're going to add our papers right here. So this would be 3 1/2. I think it's 3 1/2. 2 1/2 by 4. And I'm just going to put that on here. It's exactly the same size. And then this one is 1 3/4 by 4. And I'm just putting that on here. So now you open it up like this. Let's celebrate. And it says hooray. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay. Now, I fussy cut this out because I thought it needed a little extra, because you're going to have extra on this one because you didn't use the whole thing. So you can fussy cut something and put it on here. And just add a little decoration there. You can do your personal sentiment over here, or you could do something under there, whatever you want. Just a quick and easy card, and it's not hard to make at all. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to add some centers to my flowers. Yeah, and I'll post the handout that you can print. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do a video today. I'm very tired. I have to take the injections for my white blood cells to get them up, and it's very tiring. I haven't made a card for Thursday yet. I'll see how I make out. Just adding a little. There we go. Just adds to it. Isn't that cute? All right. And then I have this card, and this is using the full. So this would be this one is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, I guess. Okay. All right, now I cut this piece. This is going to be like a little pop-up, and it's 6 3/4 by 5. And then I've scored it at 1/2 inch, 1, 1 1/2, and I'm doing that on both sides. And this will give me my little pop-up. 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2. Yeah, the fatigue is unreal. All right, so now I'm going to fold these, and I'm accordion folding them. Okay, so I have accordion folded the sides. This one I didn't do very good, did I? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my adhesive, And I'm going to put some adhesive on the sides of my pop-up. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And I'm just going to put this in the center. Okay. And then I'll put this on. So I'm just leaving a little border around it. Okay, and then that just pops. All right, and then I cut a piece of white that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'll put this on the inside for your personal message. And then we can add, I'll be glad when all this is, tiredness is over. So we've got some flowers here, and I'll just put a bit of glue and we'll put on our gold jewels. There we go. And there's our card. So there's 2 cards using Hero Arts Celebrate. It's a great stamp set, very versatile. You can use it for many occasions. And there we go. And this pops. And then this one is our slide. So there we go. Now, I will try and do one for Thursday. So this is the stamp set. And you get Let's Celebrate, Hooray, You Did It, and Party for your sentiments on it. Very easy to color. And I think these are great little cards to display it. All right, so there we go. I will post the handout. I just have a few changes to make on it. Yes, I'm going to have a rest for sure. I'll climb into bed. All right, have a great afternoon, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.